Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Primary Teaching with Dom. Welcome back, welcome back to Primary Teaching with Dom.
And welcome back to Primary Teaching with Dom. So in this video, I am going to stress the point of mental health awareness with teachers. Stress the point of having a work-life balance is key. Now, I have made videos about this before, but you know, always a good thing to always come back and revise these things. Just like if you're doing a test, then you would revise it over and over again. I feel that mental health in teachers is the biggest thing possible. And having a work-life balance is key. Establishing one is very important, because what you don't want to do is make school everything. What you want to do, school is a part of your life, a very big part of your life. If you're a teacher, TA, work in schools, teaching is a big part of your life as it is, but you don't want it to become your whole life, because then you start to get tired, then you start to get stressed, then you start to lose your appetite of teaching, start to lose your appetite in general. You start to worry about everything, and then teaching to you doesn't become as pleasurable, as nice, as fun, as exciting as it should be. Okay, so that is why I'm like literally stressed the point. Now, for me, it's been a growing process. I had a hard time on NQT. My next year was a bit nerve-wracked. I'm anxious about everything, and then in my third year, I'm a bit better, but you know, I'm getting there. It is important to have a work-life balance. I've established that, and I feel that every single year for me, it will definitely change, because there's a video that is going to be coming up about this. I've done it already. I don't know if it's going to come out before this video or after this video, but nonetheless, if I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you haven't heard it, I will say it. My work-life balance, I've changed it. So in my first year, it was all school, and more school. And that was it. Oh, and more school. And that's all I used to do. I take work home. I used to do books home. I used to do this. I used to do that. Then I would go in at the crack of dawn. So I would go into school at 7 o'clock in the morning. No lie, no joke. I would go in at 7 o'clock in the morning. I would leave at 6:30, and then I would take books home. So my kind of thing was, I'll leave at 6:30 because then I've marked everything. I fixed the classroom and all of that. And I was trying to make excuses for me staying that late. And there was no excuse, just that I just thought that myself personally that I might as well stay at school, get it all done. Now, I love school, and at that time, school was like kind of like the more positive thing in my life. So I kind of like being there in general. But then that isn't life anyway. That isn't a good way to do things. And you're new, you're fresh mate. And you're getting yourself involved in your teaching, and you know, you just feel that you need to get everything done. But my issue was that when everything was done on the list, and tomorrow there was another list. Then there was another list, and you just it's never ending. So, sorry if you hear a bit of crackle, it's my keyboard. And then in my second year, in my second year, I kind of adapted, I kind of changed. So I still took a bit of work home here and there, but on Saturdays, I had Saturdays off. Now, more or less, I was tutoring anyway, but I took Saturdays off completely. Saturday was enjoying my time, be my own time. Be me own, you know. Come on. Be me own time. Oh, jolly old fellow. So that was my own time. Then I would do work on Sundays and continue the same process. Now in my third year, I've changed that. So I have limits on when I leave school. Now, I do take books home here and there, but that's when it's a deep mark, when I really got to do a lot of deep mark, when the children have to edit the next day. I will take it home because sometimes I feel more comfortable marking at home for those kind of things there. However, nonetheless, majority of the time, at least 90% of the time, my books stay at school and they stay there. If books don't get marked, then so be it. They will get marked the next day. As I've learned as a teacher, that there will always be a list, and this is one of the issues, is that we bring things home, we want to get things out the way, we want to clear the list, but the list isn't doable within a reasonable time frame. So I'm going to stress the point: reasonable time frame. Doable, yes, if you do all day, but doable in a reasonable time frame, no. There has to be a cut-off point. There has to be, and there's a video that I want to do on, teachers leaving the profession and why that might be happening. I know that's quite big. And I saw that before I started teaching, and that was one of the things I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do teaching. But in my heart of hearts, I knew, oh no, forget it. I knew that I wanted to do it, but definitely it's something that I do want to address in another video. But in saying that, a work-life balance is hard to do, hard to follow, but the most important thing in teaching, to me. Teaching is essential, everything else, but having a work-life balance, I think, is the most thing, because the biggest thing, because if you don't enjoy teaching, if you are not into your teaching, how are your children going to learn from you properly? They need 100% of you. Now, when you're sick, of course, but I'm talking about if you're well and you're just stressed because of the teaching. There's so much in teaching that you need to do anyway, but you need to make sure that you cut off teaching for a while and be your own person. You was your own person before you went into teaching, so don't let teaching now be you. Don't, you come home, if you have children or family or whoever, even if you live by yourself, you don't want to come home and then have to do more. So let's talk about people that, if you have someone at home, children, if you have your own child at home, taking books home when your child's at home that technically might want to have your time, or your partner, whoever, you've got to let that go for a while. I know that it's hard, and I definitely am one. I struggle. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely a revolving process. It always chops and changes depending, but I definitely have my time now, and I love it, because I feel refreshed. I know teaching's off for me. I don't send emails, at a certain time. I'm cut off emails. I'll look at those tomorrow, and this is very important. All those different things. So it gives me time. If I want to do CPD on something else, if I want to further something I want to do, if I want to work on a business, if I want to work on myself, I want to work on exercises, whatever it might be, it gives me that time. So please find yourself a work-life balance. It will be hard, it will be difficult, but you will thank yourself in the long run. It will change, it will chop and change according. Don't harp on it way too much, because sometimes I do break it sometimes here and there, but it's my third year going to my fourth year. I just know that there has to be a time for myself. So yeah, very quick video, very out there, very like you need to go do the following. To have a work-life balance is just to cut off, to have some time. If you are a person that likes to work during the week, then fair enough, but have a Saturday at least by yourself, or if not a Saturday, then a Sunday. Have a day off where you cut off from everything. I used to do that at uni as well. There was a day, I think it was Saturdays, no uni work at all. Just cut it off and have your day. But yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye.